Hi friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we will see the use of REST template, how to use it and implement in our project. Okay, so how we can use, what is it, REST template. Okay, so this is my project where I have a customer microservice and order microservice. Okay,
Before move further, request you to please subscribe to our channel.
where we use REST template. So suppose we have a microservice or service or REST APIs which want to call another microservice. So how we can call means another microservice or REST APIs, how we can call it. So via REST template we are able to call that microservice or REST APIs just by the URL, means why URL of that microservice or REST APIs. We are able to call that microservice. Suppose this microservice, so we are able to call this microservice. Also, data of this microservice will also be available. The data will be also available. Means what microservice one and this microservice is somewhere else. So through the REST template, this will be able to call this microservice, and with the URL, just URL, it will be able to call this microservice. Okay, and the data will also come to this. Okay, and microservice one will be able to process that data accordingly he wanted, means as he want he can process that data. So this is the benefit of REST template. So what is REST template? REST template actually allow us to call the APIs or microservice outside APIs or outside microservice. If we want to call, we can call through the REST template. Okay, so little theory, I will not go for much theory. Okay, so little theory about this. Using Spring Boot, we can build a microservices. Okay, in Java. Okay, so microservices, what microservice is a small part of applications which perform some is a task. Obviously that a small microservice small part is a small part of a particular applications. Okay, and this performs some task, small task. And microservice architecture application is divided into small parts or modules we can. Okay, and those small modules known as microservice, that is called microservice. Spring Boot provide a way easily develop microservice. Obviously Spring Boot provide, right, to develop a microservice. Now the case where is a REST template is used. So while developing microservice, it always required to communicate between microservice. It is required. Okay. So and we need to communicate this microservice, as well as data exposed by one microservice should be required to read from the another microservice. Means a microservice which is generate or expose that data, we may require for another microservice to use it. Okay, so Spring Boot also provide a good solution for this. Okay, and to communicate between them microservice, that is using a REST APIs, REST template. Okay, so using REST template, we are able to communicate between the microservice. It is possible to communicate between the microservice. So this is possible via REST template. So via REST template, we are able to communicate to microservices. Okay, and how to create a REST template. So this is all about that. So we will not go further. This PPT just let implement it. Okay. Okay, so we have a order microservice, and here is a customer microservice also. Okay, so now let's run all this, both of them. I will start order microservice as well as customer microservice. So order microservices started on 9003 and customer microservices started on 9002. Okay, so let's run one by one. 9003 customer, and via customer ID, if I will call customer ID is 01. Okay, and Yes, I am able to. Yeah, in a order microservice, I am able to get this data: order ID, name, order type. Okay, this is all the data of order microservice. And another one is here is a customer microservice. So see the purpose of this, how we'll communicate this to microservice and what will be get the data. So in a microservice, I am able to get the customer data. Okay, but order data is blank because it will come from the another microservice which is here. So the customer ID whichever is matched to this means suppose this, so I will must be able to get this data means order data as well. Okay, so what we will do, we will call this customer microservice. We will call this order microservice from customer microservice. Okay, so let's do this. How we will do this? Let's start one by one. So first of all, open our customer microservice from where we want to call. Okay, this is my customer microservice, and in this, what are the steps? So first of all, go to the main application, customer applications. Okay, here I will create a bin. First of all, we need to create a bin. Okay, then after this, we will create a public, like a function for public rest template. No need to install any dependencies. Okay, just a package library is sufficient. A rest template, and this will return rest template. Let's make a method, and here we will return new rest template. Okay, fine. This is the first step. You need to create a function like this and annotate it with bin. In a bin, this is function. Okay, now come to the controller, and here we will write the code to call the order microservice from this customer microservice. Okay, and this is our mapping rest get mapping, where by the customer ID we are passing to the service. Okay, and this service will give you data of this. This is our dummy list, and this is my method where I will fetch this customer data. Okay, with this ID. Okay, whichever is match, and here I will get a customer data. So customer data I am able to fetch. Okay, now from here I will write. I will call the order microservice so that I'm also able to get the data of order microservice. Okay, so what you need to do, we have already rest template objects. Okay, so here it will be available. How, if we or auto wire it. So first of all, we need to auto wire private rest rest template, rest template, rest template. Okay, this is done. First, second step, third step, we need to call. So how we will be able to call this? Okay, so so if we call this dot rest template, okay, dot date for object will return you JSON data in the format of JSON, whatever the output of that particular microservice. So get for object, then we need a URL. Okay, then you need a URL. First things, URL. Okay, then class name list. I will use list dot list list this list dot class. Okay, and this will this is so now we will write a URL. How to write a URL? So this is where is my order microservice? Order microservice result is this. Okay, so what is the URL? So this is URL we will use here. Okay, and this is customer ID will come here, so we will not hard code the ID. What customer ID? Okay, and this will return a list. Okay, this will return a list type. So fetch it with list, and here we will write orders equal to, right? So in a order from this microservice, we will able to get the list of orders. Okay, and what is the next step? This is done about the REST template. Now what are now this is the REST steps which is done in a 3 step. First you need to create a bin and return a method which is return a REST template, and then in a controller you need to auto wire, and then you will able to call with the get REST template dot get for object URL and class type. Okay, then here what I am doing in a customer, I get a customer list, and in a customer I will add order also. So the customer as well as customers order will be available. So what you need to do, if you do something like this, so here is I have a customer entity where also orders. If there is a order, it will return a orders, otherwise it will return a return empty. Okay, as you see here, empty. Okay, so now we will set this orders in that customer. Okay, so how to do, so customer dot set orders, and here we will set this orders. Okay, and finally we will return customer. So now what you need to do, just restart and see 9002. Okay, and here now now refresh it. Order microservices already running. Okay, already running. It is on 9003. Okay, and here is our customer microservice which is started. Now come to this browser, and we will call this customer microservice, which will must be able to fetch the data of orders also. Okay, right now it is blank. Now call it, and you can see I am able to fetch the data of order microservice. Okay, so in this way we can use the REST template to call the another microservice via microservice. Okay, from one microservice we are able to call the another microservice. We are able to communicate both the microservice with the use of REST template. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share and comment, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.